All right, everybody, I'd like to welcome you to the 2024 onboarding for Notary Stars. My name is Ronnie Mickle, and I'm the original founder of Notary Stars. If you don't know my history, I have been a notary for, I'm going my fourth term now, so however long that calculates. I grew my notary business into a nationwide signing service, Unlimited Ink Notary, and while I was growing my nationwide signing service, I saw a great need for training beyond the National Notary Association. I know that there is a lot of places where you can spend your money, but I really feel that Notary Stars has truly nailed it. And today I want to show you around Notary Stars, show you everything that we have available for you in 2024. If you've been with us since 2019 when we opened, or yeah, it was 2019. If you've been with us since then, your mind's going to be blown at how much we've grown. We've brought in over 9,600 members since we started, and we have people who come back year after year after year. At Notary Stars, we are dedicated to signing agent excellence, okay? That is what our entire platform is about. And I want you to know right at the beginning, just because I own a signing service does not mean that I want you to work for a signing service. The reason that I own a signing service is because I did not want to work for one. If you want to work for one, that's your prerogative. But at Notary Stars, we train you to teach, we teach you to everything that we can teach you about every loan product under the sun. We have lots of valuable resources for you for your career. And we hope that if you are striving for excellence and you want to grow your business, that you will really delve into the website and use it. It is my brain, Beth Hathout's brain, Travis Meyer's brain, and William Bumfrey's brain, all uploaded to the internet so that you can use this to enhance your career. So with that said, I'm going to share my screen here, and we're going to get started looking around Notary Stars so that we can show you everything that it has to offer here. Okay, so just because I can see Carol Vendoff's face there, you can see my screen there, Miss Carol. Perfect. All right, guys, we're going to get started with, if you've never been a part of Notary Stars before, or you're just starting your career at Notary Stars, we have something available for you here. It says New Notary Start Here. Okay, we take you through everything that you need to know, from where your state handbook is located, where you need to go to sign up to be a notary. We have a notary success map for you so that you can list out the 9 points that you need to cover in order to start up your notary business. We have state restriction warnings. Some people are in attorney-only closing states, and it's actually harder to get started. It's not that you can't, but it is a little bit harder to get started in those states. We have in the NNA links linked for you. So we have everything that a new notary would need under this section here. Now, if you are a listing only member of Notary Stars, meaning you're only wanting to list your services there, we still have free training for you available at Notary Stars. We have a glossary of terms. We have a whole setting up your notary business so you can see what the notary industry is looking for you from you. We have general notary work training. This is an entire series that we put out. It's free and on our YouTube channel, but it takes you through everything that we have available just to get you started, from everything from certificates to how to set up your travel fees. This was one of the very first things that Beth Hathout brought to the table when she came on at Notary Stars, but you guys know she's brought on so much more. We have burning questions from notaries that we continue to add, as well as hacks and community tips. And then if you're new to the industry, a lot of trainers out there are using Zoom. So we've actually linked out Zoom meeting training there for you so that you can learn how to work a Zoom meeting. Now, a lot of times you come to a website like this and you probably look at it and you think to yourself like, okay, what can this website actually offer me? Okay, I want to tell you right here, once you become a member, you unlock everything that we have available at Notary Stars. You see that we have a training calendar, track your training calendar here. You start your training here, and it's going to tell you, exactly how to work at Notary Stars. I think everybody has access to this. It gives you some resources that we're looking for you that might help you in your journey. But then we have our training tracker here that you can download, and it's simply a way for you to track your training at Notary Stars. Now, one of the things that people say, and the only actual, uh, uh, I guess, negative feedback that we could possibly get, I'm going to try to zoom this in for you so you can see this, is that we have a lot of training at Notary Stars. Okay. You can see in these modules here, we go down and down and down so that you can see how much training we actually offer. Now, I've actually never looked at anybody else's training out there, never popped into any courses, actually don't even care what they have to offer. But I have heard that most training companies out there only offer 11 to 20 hours of actual training on loan documents. One thing that I'm very passionate about at Notary Stars is, and this comes from owning a signing agency, okay? You never know what type of file is going to be sent to you, or when somebody calls you from your notary listing, what you're going to actually have to work with. It could be a reverse mortgage, it could be a closing and a trust, it could be a power of attorney signing. And let me tell you, when you build relationships with direct title, or you build relationships with attorneys, or you build relationships with signing services, if you put up a listing, they expect you to know these things. They don't want to hold your hand and call you twice and walk you through it with a million questions. A question might be merited if it's something coming from another state that you've not done before, but a list of questions, is just not good business. You want to be the go-to notary in your area. I learned this the hard way. Part of the reason that I started Notary Stars was because I kept going back to Notary Rotary, 123 Notary, Notary Cafe, digging through comments about questions that I could Google that would come up in a thread. And all I really got was people bickering about the answer. So what we did was we took myself, who's been a notary for, over a decade, Beth Hathoot, a notary for over 20 years, former title and escrow, and Travis Myers, a notary who also worked as a former lender, put our minds together and came up with this 150 hours of training on every loan product under the sun. Now, I know a lot of people out there say, "Oh, there can't be that many loan products." Actually, there can. Okay, you've got new construction loans, FHA loans, closing in a trust, power of attorney signings. You've got LLC signings. You've got hard money loans. You've got there's actually new loans that we're coming up with this year, HELOC, reverse mortgages, and then the capacity that they sign in all makes that a brand new experience for you every time you go to the table. And this is where, as a signing service, I actually see notaries making the biggest mistakes, is because they take that training on a refi or a buyer's transaction, and then they don't know anything else. And then when that one document or those 4 documents pop up in a file that makes it a completely different file, they mess up, and then they look bad because it looks like they didn't know how to do the file altogether. So that's why we are so adamant about training at Notary Stars. We continue to take that journey and make it, we're pretty much out of a full web page there. I'll just click on one of the modules here so you can see how the training's laid out for you. So when you click in here, this is how you can see all of this. Now, yes, we do host our videos on YouTube, and one of the things I get, because we have such a massive YouTube channel, is, what are we paying for? Well, these are private videos that you can't just go out and get anywhere. You have to actually come through the module in order to get them. And we keep those links, we call them scrub. We change them consistently so that people can't just copy them and take them with them. So that's where you get under the Notary Star level. And it is truly 150 hours plus of training. Now, that might seem like a little inundating, but I have to tell you, in order to become an expert in a field, you need 10,000 hours of experience. This is a really good way for you to tell people, you hear all the time, I need 100 signings, 200 signings. Well, you can pop in here and get that training, and you can confidently say that you spent 150 hours at the signing table, because you will have. And in our training, we go page by page. It's not just videos of us at a table signing documents and telling you what to do. We actually put the documents on the screen, we annotate them, we give you what you can and cannot say about them, we have scripts for you. It's truly an in-depth training, and we also explain to you why it has to be stamped a certain way, how to sign your name properly, what they're looking for in your notarial certificates. Truly, truly an in-depth training. Now, about a year and a half ago, we threw our name into the RON training sector, and here's what I want to say is, I know that I am kind of the antithesis of what everyone wants to hear. I'm like, train, 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 because my motto is the more you earn, the more you learn. Well, for those of you that are moving into the Ron sector, I threw my name into the hat because I saw so many people popping up saying, I'm going to teach you how to do Ron. And here's my honest opinion on this. Ron is just a new medium for doing the same job. So no one can really teach you how to do Ron per se. And we don't claim to teach you how to do Ron at Notary Stars. What we do, however, is we invite Ron platforms in to give us interviews so that we can create tear sheets for you on what platform might be the best for you. Every state's going to have a different platform that you are able to, access. So what we do is we create these tear sheets for you so that you can see the difference between the different platforms, and then they're linked to the interview for that platform so that you don't have to go out and do all the research on how much does this one cost, and or do they have phone support, and what state is it available for. As you can see on the screen here, I'm just scrolling through the platform, some of the platforms that we haven't had in, and we continuously invite any new platforms in for you. So we do the research for you, so you don't have to go and make those big mistakes. My first Ron platform locked me into a 3-year contract for hundreds of dollars. I'm sure you've all heard of them. Is a mess, because it was a brand new medium of how to do the job. And one of the things that I want to point out to you guys for the Ron training is we teach you what we call Ron safety. You're now doing your job in a brand new setting. Okay, so you're doing your job on camera. And you actually have to know what you're talking about, because if you don't, it's now on camera. And when they say, well, the notary said this, there's no way for you to back out of that. Okay. And most big hard hitters right now with the Ron industry, they're actually making you say this is being recorded for title retention purposes. So if you've ever worked with Amrock, which is one of the largest Ron goers right now working in title and escrow, they make you state that this is being recorded and that they can have access to it. So we want to make sure that you know what you're doing when you're actually on camera. I want to make a side note there. It is very important for everyone to know what they're doing, whether they're doing Ron or not now. My entire house is on camera except for bathrooms and changing rooms. Every home you go into now has security cameras for their dogs. And I have to tell you, I have high definition cameras in my living room and in my dining room. You need to be careful because anyone can pull footage of what you've said about those documents. So training is the key to protect yourself. Now, moving on, for those of you who are looking to break out of just working for signing services, you're in luck. We do have the Notary Star Plus marketing training level, and that is my forte. I teach more there than I do on the loan documents, although I started the teaching on the loan documents and then Beth took over that sector. My credentials of working in the internet is I clawed my way to the top and I got really good at building websites, and I got tapped on the shoulder about 5 years ago from Wix.com, which is one of the largest website builders in the country. And I had started building websites for just friends who asked me to build websites for them. And it took me about, I guess, the last 2 years, I got truly serious about it. You have to build a certain amount of websites and make them successful and go through their review in order to get called this. So I've actually been deemed, as of last year, what they call a Wix legend, which is their highest level of development for website design. In my marketing course, I teach you a lot of things that you need to know. I can help you set up your Google My Business, your Yelp, your social media. I teach you how to post on social media, what hashtags are, but I teach you how to build a website step by step on Wix.com. I also teach you how to SEO that. And I've done lots of live webinars for notaries, hundreds of notaries that have been successful in using SEO tactics to get their website to #1. Just as a little plug here, my signing service is Unlimited Ink Notary. So if I just Google Phoenix Jail Notary here, everybody says that you have to be on Google My Business to come up first. Well, this is Unlimited Ink Notary for a jail search. This is Notary Stars. Here's Unlimited Ink Notary again. There's Arizona Mobile Notary Services. If we zoom in on that logo, that's Unlimited Ink. That's my secondary local website. This is one of my students. This is one of my students. This may or may not be one of my students. That's one of my students. Look how far we pushed Google My Business down the page. Okay, just today alone, I've had 3 jail bookings at Unlimited Ink Notary. 3. So I teach notaries how to come in and take control of the internet and put yourself even before Google My Business. I got sick. The reason I opened up the marketing side is I got sick of seeing people pay $150 to $900 to learn how to do Google My Business, when you can do this very easily and push down Google My Business on a local search. Okay, this is where your website should be. Number 1. This is, of course, a sponsored ad for NotaryStars.com. But when people run out of money for running sponsored ads, you should be the first one on. And believe me, notaries run out of money very quickly running Google ads. So being number 1 is key. So that's what my marketing course is all about. I teach you how to grow. And then there's one other thing for those raw notaries. I teach notaries how to build what we call dynamic web pages. If you're not familiar with a dynamic web page, I'm just going to give you a little example of this right here. So notary, let's just do Notarize Phoenix, Arizona. So we can take a look at the Notarize website, who has creeped up in everyone's backyard. Just Google Notary your city, and you'll see a landing page here for Notarize.com. This is actually one web page, but if you see, if I change this word Phoenix to Tucson, this is, see how quickly that happened? It's the same web page. They just put a little spreadsheet in the background so that it can change from one city to the next. And they creeped up in everyone's backyard. Now that does take about a year to roll out, but my marketing students are finding great success with dynamic landing pages. If you don't live in Phoenix, Arizona, and you happen to see Unlimited Ink or Notary Stars in your backyard, that is a dynamic landing page. I don't hold anything back in my marketing course. Again, I might own Notary Stars and I might own Unlimited Ink Notary, and Travis asks me all the time, why are you creating all these competitors for us? It's because I've already seen my level of success. I don't know if I need any more, to be honest. I'm tapped out. It's time for you guys to find your greatness, and I want to share what I know with you guys. And I'll tell you, for those of you who might say, and for the marketing side, well, that's above my head. One of my greatest claims to fame, and I don't even know if they're here today or not, but I'm gonna say, we have let's see, yeah, he's here today. Mr. Butch Nicholson is who in my class. This is actually his website, and I'm going to brag on him for just a moment. This page that's coming up right here, Notary Trust Inc. That's actually Butch Nicholson. He's on this call today. He is 70 years old. He is a former electrician with absolutely no experience in real estate whatsoever. And he came in, learned his loan documents, and then took on the task of learning how to build a website, and is now competing with Unlimited Ink Notary for the first top position in Phoenix, Arizona. Cannot say how proud I am of him. And I have to say, anybody who tells me that they can't, you are wrong. You are absolutely wrong. Some people get there at different times, but anybody who wants to do it, especially with my step-by-step approach and there to support all of the students at Notary Stars, anyone can do it. Now, moving along, I want to touch on our free resources here at Notary Stars. One of the things that I think is really important is having a free resource where you can come in and learn things about the notary industry. We have everything we've brought in every accounting software. We have Notary Assist, Notary Gadget, VinBooks just came in. We've got banking for notaries, the best printers, and these are actual printers and scanners that I spent my hard-earned money on so that you don't have to, so that you can learn which one is the best one. We also, whenever somebody in the industry that is noteworthy puts out a book, we put all the books on here. We have ways for you to create business cards. I'm not sure if you're aware, but we even have a health insurance consultant that comes into Notary Stars from United Healthcare that can help you find a health insurance plan for you. That's a part of being a part of Notary Stars. Everything on this website is something that I have spent my hard-earned money on. My promise to our users, and when I say our users, I'm talking about everyone that's on this call right now. whether you are currently listening with us as a Notary Star or not, this is our website. You guys built this as much as I did. I took the shell of a website and SEO'd it and built what we have here. You guys gave us feedback of what else we could have on the site. How can we make this better? You guys make it happen. I want to talk about hiring companies now, and we just move along the bar here. We have just updated the blocked list signing agencies. I'm very proud of this list. We were actually given this list at the beginning from signing order and handed down from members of SnapDocs of companies that are not even allowed to be on their platforms. And that list has kept going by you guys who report signing agencies that don't pay you or were abusive to you. Most recently, we removed a signing service because a notary went and Googled them and said, hey, I can see that you don't normally pay. I'm not sure if I'm comfortable taking this file. And they showed me the email and they actually wrote them back and said, well, we're going to go out and review you and no one's going to want to work with you. Well, that email was escalated to the platforms and we said, why would you let people treat notaries this way? And now they're on our block list. So we don't just block people because one person wasn't paid. We have to analyze the situation and find out what's going on. But if they are abusive to you and we can prove that, or if they have not paid several notaries, we start that clock ticking and we will create a block list so that you can print it out and be able to not work with those companies. Now we have our starter nationwide companies here. This is companies that everybody knows about. Okay, there's like 50 of them here. If you're brand new, this is a great place to start, but we also have a list of expanded companies here. Everyone can view this. They're in alphabetical order. And when you click on them, if you are a member, it will take you over to the page where you can learn more about each one. But if you don't want to be a member, you at least have the names. And this list is ever growing. Now, let me tell you what our team did. This is not a dead list. God bless Hanmay Garcia, because she went through every single one of these companies, went to their websites, and made sure that they're still open. Made phone calls. There's not a company on our list that's not open anymore. Okay? If we find that they're not open, they're off the list. It's as simple as that. Now, if you are a member, we have an additional feature here. It says expanded hiring list with reviews. So when you click on this button here as a member, you are able to, and we're going to wait for that to load here. Now this does take a minute to load because there are so many companies out there, but you'll see them start to populate in just a moment. There we go. And so you're able to bookmark certain companies and leave comments. So you can actually see comments that you've left on different signing services. And you can go in and you can continue to favorite your favorite signing services. And when we look at profiles in just a moment, you'll be able to see how this looks inside your profile. Now, under hiring companies, we also have things available for you like notary databases. This is just a list of databases that you can list yourself in. It's not just signing order and SnapDocs. I'll give you a brief look at what that looks like. Now, this is a list of directories that you can put yourself in. Many of them are for free. This is part of search engine optimization, pointing things back to your website, whether that directory works well for you or not. And then we also have side gigs and field inspections for you as well, okay? So you're able to go in, and if you're into field inspections or side gigs for notaries, we have a whole list of things there for you. Now, one of the things that I'm very proud of at Notary Stars is we put out real valid blogs. We don't do fluffy BS blogs, okay? I'm not a BS guy. I'm not looking to waste any of your time. We truly put out blogs that actually mean something or have to do with your career that could affect you or make your career better. We put out, how to spot a fake ID. This is actually written by Laura Beaver. So we have ghostwriters from other training companies that you are with. And I want to make that very clear right now. Notary Stars is all inclusive. You are able to list all of your training from all platforms. We don't say that no one's welcome here. Everyone's welcome here. No matter where you've trained, we're always going to train more. We kind of coined this word a few weeks ago. We are the notaries of the group. And so we make also a great resource for you after you've got your business off the ground. So you are able to come back and look at any of these blogs and, You're usually about 2 to 3 5-minute reads maximum. And, I say it's early morning, late night reading, which if you're trying to put yourself to sleep, you can read some of them because, work gets boring after a while. Another thing that I'm very proud of is our Notary podcast. We do bring in Abraham Zamora, and we also link out to other people's podcasts as well. Abraham, if you don't know him, is the notary entrepreneur. He has a podcast called Notary Business Talk. And right now, what we're focused on in 2024 is direct business. So if you haven't been following the podcast, please do, because we're talking only about direct business this year. And now's the time, guys. Interest rates are on this little cusp of dropping, and that's going to create a little boom. But what you're going to see is it start to level out by 2025. For those of you that are newer to the industry or thought that it was going down for you and not in a good way, you're about to see it turn around. So I'm glad you stuck around if you thought about quitting, because now it would be a really bad time to quit. It's the best time to give it your all right now. I say everyone needs to press the gas on everything they're doing. We also keep you up to date on scams that might be going around in the notary community, and you're welcome to send these to us. If you have things that are that you feel that need to be, gotten out into the notary community, these are just some of the ones that we've posted. And we'd love to hear from you. You can always report them to us, and we'll be happy to get them onto the website if you don't want to add them yourself. And then most recently, we added something called the new Notary Discussion Board. Now, you heard me start out this conversation saying that I did not like notary forums because a lot of people were rude. And I feel like over the last 5 years, you guys have really changed my mind on that. I feel like the anonymity of notary platforms where people can create a screen name and nobody can really trace it back to a profile kind of makes it, or they can't really connect, makes it a little harder for notaries to, or makes it a little easier for people out there. And I've also done some research, just so you know, some of the groups where I see people posting the worst stuff or being mean to notaries trying to learn, they're actually not even owned by notaries, or they're owned by notaries that have retired and just put it on autopilot. I went out and researched this deadbeat signing agency group, and I found out that every single one of their admins have not been active for 4 years plus, or have recently canceled it and are not coming back. You've got to be careful who you learn from in the industry, because if you're not an active notary or you're not really giving it your all in this industry, you got to be careful where you're getting advice from, okay? Because they're done. They're actually, and one of the people I talked to said, I'm done, I don't really care. And I thought, okay, well, you're trying to lead people who really care. So be very careful. So we started the notary discussions here. We started them with this 4, but we are going to allow you to start posting discussions you want to hear. Right now, it is at the Notary Star Plus marketing level. You can actually start one of these discussions. But we want you to be able to get into a discussion and talk. And one of my favorite ones that I posted, and I actually going to drop this into the chat today, just the link for this. I'd love to get your feedback on this conversation, is what is something that you wished you would have known before you started your notary business? I think this is a really great discussion to have, especially for newer notaries, and you can leave something here. We've only got 24 comments on it so far, but this is like a really great place for you to leave something for future notaries or the next notary that comes along, saying that this is something I wished I would have known before I even started this career. Okay, so I hope that you'll get in there and participate in these chats. You can share them to your groups just by clicking on the little buttons here. And then, of course, we have our frequently asked questions, and I'm going to address one of the frequently asked questions that I get all the time. And I'm gonna stop the screen share for just a moment so I can look directly into the camera and make sure people are square on this, okay? Becoming a member of Notary Stars does not mean that you get business, okay? It means that you get education. We do have a listing feature where the general public can hire you, and I will tell you, we get at least 2 to 15 inquiries per day from the website. If you are a Notary Star member, we do send you a text message. Your getting business is dependent upon how well you fill out your profile and how much effort you put into it. Some areas are going to be busier than others. There's nothing that we can do about that. But our website is no different. And by becoming a Notary Star does not guarantee you work at Unlimited Ink Notary. What I can guarantee you is that I put my heart, my soul, my tears some late nights. I'm not kidding you. There have been nights that I've cried over this. Putting this website together, working myself to the bone to get as much information, valid, real information, no fluff, up into this into the last 5 years. And so what you get is a quality resource that and a community that will treat you well. I wish I could employ everyone. Unlimited Ink Notary has got to be one of the busiest signing services currently in the market. There will be others that have larger accounts that come back. But during the downturn last year, Unlimited Ink closed its books, and we're in the millions, okay? We closed our books with $100,000 less. The way that we did that than the previous year, the way we did that during a downturn was the first 30 days of 2023, we brought on 30 new clients and kept going all year long, bringing out clients. So as people slowed down, we were picking up files. Now, when that comes back, it's going to be amazing, right? Because all those refi accounts that we have all these purchase sales, all the things that we do. When all of those come back, we may be the busiest. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm actually scared for it to come back because we are just as busy as we ever were. So I wanted to let you know, if we have work and you are a Notary Star member and you have trained at Notary Stars, we will definitely give you a chance to shine. But not everybody takes the training seriously, and you may not work out. I have to be candid about that. And I want to address something that I feel sometimes people think. We at Unlimited Ink Notary and at Notary Stars definitely hire loan signing system graduates. We hire Bill Soroka trainees. We hire people who have trained with Notary to Pro. We hire people who have trained with Laura Bewer. I don't know where the Brittany and Christina rumor happened, but I will tell you, and it's probably because if you've only taken one training, we are going to be selective. If you are a notary who represents themselves as a six-figure notary, more than you represent yourself as a notary who knows how to do their job, we are probably going to hire the person who represents themselves as knowing how to do the job correctly. Okay, I will say that. I don't want to cause any rifts, but we are all inclusive, and you're about to find out how all inclusive we really are here at Notary Stars. So I'm going to continue to share my screen, and we're going to start to talk about the profiles and everything that has to offer. And we got a really cool feature for you this year that I feel you guys are going to love. And I've got it all set up on another screen here. So let me get this screen shared again. All right, and let me just make sure I'm sharing the correct screen, get my face out of the way. Now, when you become a member of Notary Stars, we are using the Notary Star Plus marketing level here to show you how it looks. But when you first log into Notary Stars, you're going to see a welcome screen like this on different levels. It'll say welcome to the Notary Star Plus marketing family. If you're a Notary Star Plus marketing, you can see I give my personal phone number in here for notaries that are in my course so that they can call me. We have a notary support line for anybody that's an active member. You do have to have your membership ID available when you call so that you can get that support. But after that, we also have a little down here at the bottom, we've got a link to all the training that's available at your level. But let's talk about what you can actually do with your listing, okay? I'm going to actually pull over Nancy Fauché's listing here, and I want to show you what you can actually do with your listing. You have all these categories here to fill out, and I'm going to show you Nancy Fauché. She's my little guinea pig for today. She's also one of a very successful Notary Star over out of Ocala, Florida. This is Nancy's listing, and this is really important to take a look at here. She's definitely filled out her listing, but at Notary Stars, you're able to link your social media profiles to your listing. So we've got Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Google Business, Yelp, and then, of course, people can click to see your phone number. We do that so people can't just scrub the site so easily and grab your phone number with a bot, so they have to actually click to call. She's able to upload her signing order, her National Notary Association signing order profile, and we're going to talk about why that's so important in just a moment. She can upload her full notary resume. She can upload her Notary to Pro certification. Her if she's taken the CNTDA course, she can upload that. She can upload her loan signing system certificate and any additional certification that she may have. Now, I think we give you 3 spots for additional certifications. If we see a need or you guys let us know of one that you think needs to be on there, we will definitely put it on there. She can also link her online Notaries Public listing, which is our sister site for remote online notaries. She can link her signing order profile, SnapDocs profile, ZigSig profile, and then give information about herself. We also allow you to embed a video into your listing. So Nancy has actually taken that opportunity and put a little video here.
Hi there, my name is Nancy Fauché, and I'm a mobile notary serving Marion, Lake, Sumter, and Citrus counties in Central Florida.
All right, so I'm not going to play the entire video for you, and then she gets to list her additional service areas, and then she has her reviews. Now, let's talk about why all of this is important and what this can do for you in 2024. You'll notice in Nancy's edit listing feature here, let's go into edit listing. And I'm going to pull this one over here. So when you're in edit listing mode here, you'll notice that there is a little logo that says learn more about me at Notary Stars. Now, if you've used this before, it now works differently. So you will need to come and get the brand new code. You are able to take this code and put it onto any website, including SnapDocs, Signing Order, ZigSig, anywhere that you can fit it in. And on Signing Order, we determined that it's best in the My Availability section. Now I'm going to share a different portion of my screen, and I'm going to explain why this is so important, okay? So at Notary Stars, I want to kind of start looking at it like a LinkedIn profile. We're pulling all those resources that you have, your Google My Business reviews, your Yelp reviews, your signing order reviews, your ZigSig reviews into one spot. Because if I operate on SnapDocs, then I don't see anything about you than what's in SnapDocs. If I'm operating on signing order, I can't see anything about you unless I have access to signing order, to SnapDocs. If I am working on ZigSig, I can't see anything about you but what's on that website. So what better way than to create a way that says, hey, come look at me. So I want to show you what this looks like inside your signing order profile. We're only going to share a portion of the screen just for privacy reasons. So let's say share screen, advanced, and portion of the screen. And somewhere it will pop up. There we go. So this is a portion of it. Let me just get this size down for just a moment here. So this is what it looks like on Nancy's profile, and she's given me permission to share her email address and phone number in this, and we'll blur that out as well. But now in the My Availability section, now in SnapDocs, it can go anywhere in your profile. But if you want to put this in your signing order, now when somebody clicks on this, okay, in signing order, they can only see how many orders you've done. They can only see how many they've done in the last, so it's 12 months, 95, 3 months, 26, and how many she's done for my company, which is 70. Now, if you have 0 here, but you've done, a ton of signings on ZigSig, or a ton of signings on SnapDocs, how does anybody know that, right? They're only going by what you put in your profile. Well, by clicking this button here, it will take you to your Notary Stars listing. And I'm going to go back to sharing the regular screen here. It'll take you back to the Notary Stars listing. And when somebody lands on that, that's where they're able to see all of these different resources. First, we are making this a little bit bigger in 2024. They're able to go to your Google My Business and see how many reviews you have, how many you have on Yelp. They can see all of the certifications, even if the ones that won't fit into signing order. They're able to compare how many orders you did. So she had 95 on signing order, but now they're able to click out and say, oh, but she did 600 on SnapDocs. To me, this is revolutionary for a notary, okay? Because you're able to start seeing how many signings you've done between all the platforms. And if you take someone like Susan Burgo from Phoenix, Arizona, she has like 100 and something reviews, I think, on Notary Stars alone, from everything from signers to general notary work that she serviced. That should count for something, right? But when somebody's flying blind using a notary platform, and I'll just show you how that works as well. And what we see when we first pull up a notary search, I'll just show you what that looks like. Now I can only share a portion of the screen here because I don't want to show everything. So let me get this sized up really quick. So when we do a notary search, we're able to see the notaries, okay? And I can only show you that much of everybody's. I can just show you their service areas. So a lot of times people ask me, well, you can only see half of what is actually available on that pipeline, but you can see all we see is notaries, and it's automatically texting within 20 miles. It goes down, and we are able to see on the side of this, okay, we can see how many orders you've done, how many people liked you, and how many people left negative feedback or what have you. And then we can also see the blacklist. And then I'm going to scroll this screen down. I'm just going to start now and then move it over, scroll it down, and I'm going to actually show you what the other side looks like, so we don't share anybody's phone numbers. This is the other side of that pipeline that you are looking at. You can see 5 blacklists, 2 blacklists, 7 blacklists. You ever heard the saying, if you've been married 9 times, maybe it's you? Well, we look at those and we say, we make our decision. Now, don't worry about blacklist too much. Let's actually take this and slide it over, because we can see how many people like a notary. So this person has 13 people who like them and 5 that don't. 7 who don't like them and 2 that don't. Okay. So we're able to see this data before we even click on your listing. Now, let's say that you do have a few blacklists from you and you don't have anybody who likes you yet, but you did 700 signings on SnapDocs and you don't have any negative feedback there. Now people can make an informed decision. And this is something that I've been, really griping at Signing Order and SnapDocs to make changes like this, but we haven't seen the changes enough. I also don't feel that feedback on a notary should last forever. It's something that I'm advocating for that feedback to fall off. I built Unlimited Ink Notary, my signing service, explicitly after the way Amrock does business. And we all know that every notary in the country really wants to work with Amrock. You don't have to travel that far. They pay within 2 weeks. I wish I could get to that. They have $1 billion. I don't. But I've built every process that we do based on the way that Amrock manages notaries at Unlimited Ink Notary, and then brought all of that to you guys. I worked with several of them, but I wanted to make sure that you knew about this new feature at Notary Stars, as well as everything that we've discussed today, because you are investing in this site, whether you're a listing only, if you're a member. But this to me is a wonderful way for you to get people to come and learn more about what you do. And if you keep your Notary Stars profile up to date, you are going to, be able to show everybody what you do, from Yelp to Google to from SnapDocs, from ZigSig. It's the first time that I believe anybody's ever tied all the sites together. And that's what we want to do here at Notary Stars, is bring every good piece of information we can together. So we've been doing that for you guys for the last 5 years. Now we're going to start doing it for the signing services as well. And of course, your profile, each membership level unlocks more of what you can enter into your profile and what you show. Listing only does not allow you to put your website and all of those things in. But now people can click through, at the Notary Star level and higher. So that really concludes today, everything that we wanted to walk through for 2024. Other than that, I just want to make one brief announcement, especially for those. It seems like we're at the peak of how many people are watching. We have noticed that there are some members who have unsubscribed to emails. Now, we're very respectful with how many emails we send out. We send out one on Monday, and of course, for general mentorship, we send out one saying don't forget, and one, saying we're going live. And then if we have special events, we never send out sales, or unless it's like Black Friday, we might send out a special or something, but we haven't even done that in a year because we raised our prices and stopped doing sales. We've reached that nearly 10,000 members and growing. And what I want to say is, if you block emails from Notary Stars, you also block people writing you from Notary Stars. So someone else is getting your listing. So if you find yourself as unsubscribed, Learn to use a filter for Notary Stars and one that maybe doesn't send you a notice because you are missing direct leads from the actual website. And this also applies to many of the websites you may be listed on. You know, Notary or the new NNA, if you block those emails, you're also blocking anybody writing you from those websites, okay? If you have done that at Notary Stars, you just need to go back to the Notary Stars homepage and click subscribe down at the bottom, and you'll start getting the emails again. But if somebody writes in, it goes to you first. We send a text message to only the Notary Star and the Notary Star Plus marketing levels to let you know you have a lead. And then if you block the email, you're not getting it. So just make sure that that happens. And then another thing I want to point out at Notary Stars is we offer phone support to the Notary Star level, no matter who you're working with. We get signings from, we answer the phone from 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time until 11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Usually you'll talk to myself, Beth, or Travis. Sometimes on the weekends, you may get someone that takes a message and then sends it to us to call you back, but we offer phone support on the weekends as well. Unlike the National Notary Association, we talk about more than certificates. The National Notary Association phone support only will support you on notarial certificates. As a loan signing agent, you are responsible for the loan documents, whether it's notarized or not. And that is one thing that we specialize in here is knowing our loan documents and knowing what they mean. We continuously add new loan document packages to the platform. We have 3 new products coming out this year that some of you may not have ever heard of, but probably will in the near future. So with that said, I want to conclude for today, and I will be happy to take any questions from anybody that's here today. And this is going to be our new onboarding video for everybody. So if you have questions, it'll only help other people. So if you have a question, please raise your hand. Wow, it got quiet. There we go. Miss Catherine.
Hello. So on the Notary Stars profile, I'm almost complete filling it all out. And I like how detailed it is. There's lots of stuff, but I'm having trouble finding the links for like my signing order profile link or my ZigSig profile link. I don't know where those are. And I feel like I'm just missing out on a lot of
Wonderful question. A lot of people don't know where to find those links, so I'm going to actually show you how to find some of them really quick. I'll take on showing you how to find let's see, I gotta go back to share all. Here we go. So for signing order, the best way to find it is actually go through notaryresume.com. And then on there you can actually search by name. So if I click and search on, this is signing order, they own this, and we all have to go here in order to find it. In order to sign up for signing order. Let me find, did I spell your name right there?
I can't, sorry, it's so tiny. I don't know. Oh yes, G-U-D, very close. G-U-D-M-U-N-D.
I'm just gonna look at the screen.
I know, it's tough.
There we go. I think I got it right that time.
Yes.
And I see a search for California. Have you made your profile public?
I should have. Should be.
What's your zip code?
91360.
So let's do it by 91360. There we go. So we have a list of notaries here. There you are. So when we
Yes.
click on your profile here, you're going to say view full profile, and this is the link that you're looking for.
Perfect.
If you own, if you've unlocked it for the public to view, this will also link over. Thank you for going ahead and putting that there. That's really awesome. That's actually case in point. So now people can actually link in and it'll show people in signing order. Now I said I would do 2 of them today. So if we go to signingagent.com, and this is where everyone's NNA profile is actually listed. So tell me that zip code again.
91360.
So when you're searching for yourself here, it's going to work the same way. And there you are there. So we go to your profile here, and then you're going to copy that link, and that's what's going to go in there.
That's
Okay.
for ZigSig?
That's for that's for the National Notary Association
Oh,
link.
yes. Okay.
And then for ZigSig, Kirsten, can you help me out? Do you know how to get to ZigSig? Because I'm not on there anymore. For any other reason, because I have a signing service profile on there. Okay. Let's check Nancy's profile really quick. I know that it's possible to get them, so let's just check. That's her. I want to get to her. There we go. So the ZigSig profile link. Nancy, do you remember how you got this link? So it looks like you would need to go to their Find a Notary here. And then let's see, California. And then you're going to look for your city, which is pretty granular. What city are you in?
Thousand Oaks.
Did I ever tell you I worked at the Thousand Oaks Mall when I was 18?
No, no, but I heard about the escrow. Like the first signing you had was in Thousand Oaks, and you didn't want to drive from Hollywood.
I worked at the Thousand Oaks Mall when I was 18. And then you would just find your profile in here.
Okay. Okay.
There you are. And then
Okay.
you click on view profile. That's the link that you're looking for.
Okay, so don't sign in. I literally go and search for it then.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I'm actually going to put it into the chat for you.
Oh, thank you. Okay. And then you said something about how the notary resume wasn't public.
No, I asked if it was public, and it is because we found it.
Oh, okay.
In the back
Okay.
signing order, there's a way for you to make yourself not public, just like there is in SnapDocs. And
Okay.
so we want to make sure that those are actually made public so that people can find you that way as well. We don't
Right.
get a lot of traffic from signing order outside of the actual text messages that we get, nor from the SnapDocs listings. Now, here's another kicker. I want to bring this up, and I'm glad that we are actually talking about this. So you had put this into your SnapDocs profile, and so did Nancy here. Now, here's where we can get it back from SnapDocs, guys. Please clip it, send it to them. They'll probably make it not able to do this anymore. But for the longest time, I have a beef with SnapDocs for this. For the longest time, if someone were, and we all know that these come up, the person actually has to put in their email to get your contact information. Now, what do you think that they're doing? Why do you think that they do that? They're doing that. And here's the thing, okay? They're saying, here's the thing. What if finding notaries was easy as clicking a button? They do that because if you're a title company looking for a notary, they use your name to advertise their business. Does everybody understand? I just put my email address in there, and look what comes up before they email me Nancy's contact information. It's an advertisement for what if finding a notary was that easy. And then it's inviting them to come in and use their platform. So by doing this and putting the learn more about me on Notary Stars, those public listings, you now have a shot of someone actually hiring you. As before, they're now luring in your customers using your information, your zip code, your SEO power to do that. So I'm glad that we actually explored that and learned how to find those links, because now when somebody looks at your profile, they're going to see that learn more about me at Notary Stars. And hopefully they won't scroll all the way down to the bottom to say, enter in your information, contact, and then become a customer of SnapDocs. Because that's what we don't want, right? So now we give them a way to say a nice big logo that says, come learn more about me here. I'm open to any questions, and I'll also check the chat. I know Miss Beth is here. And it looks like you've wielded some of the chat questions. Do we have any questions from the chat I need to cover, Miss Beth?
I don't think so.
Okay, I went back. I don't see any questions that you haven't answered. So guys, I want to appreciate you. I said it was going to take an hour and we are exactly an hour today. I want to thank you for logging in. If you are one of the 115 brand new Notary Stars since January 1st this year, welcome. And we are very accessible, you know, behind Notary Stars. This is why we do it, to peel back the curtain. We are very personable. I'm on the phone all day. So is Beth, all day with notaries. It's sometimes late nights, early mornings. We are here for you. We appreciate you. Thank you for helping us build one of the best notary communities, I think, ever. And we really appreciate you. So have a wonderful day, everybody. If you've been here before, we know we like to do our little signature wave. So turn on those cameras. Wave to the notaries that'll come back and watch this later. I got a lot of emails saying, hey, I'm working today, but can you record it? Let's wave to those notaries. Wave to yourself if you got here late and you're coming back to watch it again. Wave to the future notaries that are going to become Notary Stars. And just remember, it's really not about how much money we make in this industry. It's about doing it right, because if we learn how to do our jobs right and correct and learn how to market ourselves, we will never be unemployed. And you know what's better than making six figures? Not being unemployed. All right, guys, have a wonderful day.